What?
Hi guys, so today I kind of planned to do a video in English because recently I had problems in speaking German and that made me kind of think of doing a video about awkward situations in a foreign country, or otherwise told the list of awkward situations when you're in a foreign country speaking a foreign language. Here I go. The first thing is probably to actually feel like a stranger. You actually feel like a foreigner. If you never really felt like that before in your own country because you're from that country, it's kind of new to feel like that. Obviously people will recognize you by how you speak, by how you behave, how confused you might look, and that happens a lot to me. And that's really kind of strange because normally you're not used to getting that much help or to kind of be recognized that you're from a certain country. Though the people actually think that I'm from Denmark and not from Germany, it doesn't matter. But the fact that you've been recognized in a foreign country makes you kind of feel like you're not really belonging into that. And for me, it's the first time that I really feel like a stranger in another country. The second thing I added to my list of awkward situations in a foreign country speaking a foreign language is awkward mumbling noises while trying to speak English and messing the conversation totally up. Story of my life. That happens to me quite often now. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that I learn Icelandic, speak English, but also write German and speak German with my fellow friends in back in Germany or with my family. But currently I start to mumble a lot of things. Like the other day I tried to express myself with what I want to do, and I kinda invented a new language. I don't know, it was really awkward. Probably that's normal because you kind of get confused in your head what language to take now. And that actually leads me to the third nominated thing on my list. Constant mother tongue breakouts. Yeah. That is a thing you experience after being in this country for a certain amount of time. And I had this mother tongue breakouts, I guess in the second week a lot. As soon as you feel comfortable in your situation and you quickly want to say something, you instantly turn in your mother tongue. I don't know why, it's just, you do it. I mean, it's funny for all of the people around you, but for me it's always kind of disturbing because I don't know what shall I speak now, which language. It's confusing. It happened to me currently, like the other day when I started to speak with my host mom and switched to German randomly. She didn't understand a word, of course, because she doesn't speak German, and it might have sounded really awkward. This English and then suddenly blah 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 blah. Yeah, good impression of German, by the way. Those mother tongue breakouts, they come and go, and there are periods of time where you have them more often than you usually do have. It's better right now. I feel as if I'm aware of which language I just speak right now, but there might come other situations where I have those breakouts too. The thing I listed as fourth on my list of awkward situations being in a foreign country, speaking a foreign language, is the situation that you understand your partner in your conversation, but you're not able to answer him or her in their language. Most of you probably know that I'm learning Icelandic right now, and I mean, I'm not that bad at speaking Icelandic. Not really, but when I get into real life, I mess it up. Like, a stranger comes to me and talks to me, I understand him, but I just miss all the words. That's what my current situation is. It's totally easy for me to speak with the kids. I do it automatically, it's totally normal. But as soon as there comes an adult, like another adult than my host parents, I just freak out inside of me. That's not what I wanted to express, you know what I mean. I had this awkward situation one evening when the post delivery came, and I opened the door and he started to speak with me in Icelandic. and I knew that he was asking me to sign this, but that he recognized that I'm not my host father, which is very kind of him, and that he further asked if my host father is at home. And I wanted to ask, but all that came out was like, yell? Yeah, like literally with that facial expression. That was so awkward because he tried to explain me for like 1 minute what he wanted and I totally understood him. But I don't know, somehow it wasn't even in my mind to start speaking English. I was just like in shock. I just looked like some complete jerk. I don't know what happened to me. It was just maybe, I don't know, there's no reason for it. I freaked out in my mind. And I don't know why. Anyways, the fifth thing, which kinda relates to my first statement in this list, is the constant try of not being recognized as a foreigner, which is obviously useless because you always be recognized as a foreigner. One reason why you've been recognized as a foreigner might probably be the language you speak. That is often the case actually. People see me talking German, or people see me talking English or writing German, and that just comes naturally, that they know that I'm a stranger. But there might be also the situation that you don't want to be recognized in the supermarket when you buy something. And I tried it very often, and I also tried it together with Heidi the day we went to Løyeveker. And it went well. Till I was asked if I wanted to have a plastic bag or not. I knew she was asking me that. I can probably say that. But it was actually the same situation like with the post delivery. I was like, I'm sorry, what do you mean? I mean, I tried hard. At least I gave myself 2 seconds of thinking. And yeah, I basically continued this conversation in English, having problems with the currency as well, which also tells people that you're a stranger. And I ended my conversation with "Takk for det" and went out. Yeah, the special thing for Iceland to be recognized as a stranger is probably how you pay. I pay with real cash, but Icelanders normally pay with a credit card, and as I don't have my kennitala at the moment, I don't have an Icelandic bank account, and so I use the money my host parents give me right now, so the real money. And if you don't know about Icelandic currency, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I can show you the money right now. It makes me seem really rich. That is the money I now have in my wallet. And in Iceland you've got this cool things that are 10,000 Icelandic krones. Krones, do you say that like that? I don't know. 10,000 of Ice K. I think that's a German expression. You wear this all around in your pocket, plus the like coins you get. And the coins are quite heavy. And I kinda get now why people use credit cards. And the last thing I have is the constant misunderstanding of your conversation partner if they speak in their mother tongue, like here in Icelandic. I said that I am good at understanding the Icelanders, and that is in general true, but you have those kind of situations where you totally mess up because you're kind of expecting your partner to say something, but he or she doesn't say what you expect them to say. But you're still stuck with that question in your mind and your answer to that question. If that makes sense to you. For me, it makes sense. And this constant misunderstanding is kind of part of my everyday life. I have this especially with the mother of my host mom. There was, for example, the situation where we spoke about what I did at the weekend, and I told her that I was driving around, that I was on a road trip together with Heidi, and we started talking about her and where she works, and then she asked me how old she is. But I understood where she comes from. So I was like, yeah, she's from Finland and she's here for this and that and blah blah blah. And then she asked me the question again, and I was still running, yeah, she's from Finland. And she was asking me again. And I started to think, okay, what does she mean? And I think I answered her many things she didn't want to know. But at least she now knows Heidi. Shout out to you, Heidi. So I hope you got a brief impression of what it is like to be a foreigner in another country. I know now, and I think there are going to be a lot of things I'm going to add to the list. Currently, I'm editing my vlog, so be excited for that. I'm really excited for it, and I hope you guys like this video of me speaking English. It's easier for me right now. See you guys soon, and hope you've got a nice week. A nice day, nice morning, nice evening, nice afternoon, whatever. Bye bye.